How's it going, guys? Today we are going to bring you a pretty cool pack opening brought to you by my editor Austin, who purchased these packs. We got this really cool Ice Age pack from, I don't know, 20 years ago. Very excited to open this. I think there's a couple cards in here. Necropotence is probably the most valuable card, so it would be really cool to pull that. It's like about a $20 card, I think. But honestly, I'm just excited to open a pack that I haven't opened since I was a kid. So that's going to be really fun to open, and then we'll throw in a couple of mystery boosters with that. And, you know, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into opening these really cool packs. Alright, so the first packs we're going to open both mystery boosters, and then we will move on to the Ice Age pack at the end. Still super excited about that pack. I think it's going to be really fun to open. So we start off here with a Felidar Umbra, an Encampment Keeper, Augury Owl, Strategic Planning, a Returned Centaur, Skeletal Scrying, Brute Strength, a Sweatworks Brawler, a Snapping Sailback, pretty cool dinosaur there. I like that Enrage mechanic. There's a Allosaurus, I think. I don't remember what it's called, but basically just fights everything when it gets dealt damage, so it'll just continue to fight until you decide that you don't want it to die. Colony Heart Expedition, which is a pretty cool card. Definitely use that in a couple of my decks. And Iroas's Champion, and Guardians of Militus. And for the rare, we get Athreos, God of Passage, which is a pretty cool card to see. I like these God cards. They start off as an enchantment and not a creature, unless you have a devotion equal to 7, for this guy specifically. And they are indestructible, which is awesome. We also get a Sewer Nemesis as a second rare for the pack, so pretty cool. Athreos is, I think, around maybe a $10 card, so that's cool to pull a mythic. And then we get a Sewer Nemesis, which is a star. As it enters the battlefield, choose a player. When Sewer Nemesis power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in chosen player's graveyard. Whenever the chosen player casts a spell, that player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. That's a very interesting card I have never seen before, so I like that. There are ways to exile, graveyards and kind of ruin that for you, but if you choose your opponent, you can kind of mill them while you make your own creature bigger, and for 4 mana, that doesn't seem too bad. So moving on to Mystery Booster number 2. We get an Inquisitor's Ox, an Intrusive Pack Beast, Sphinx's Tutelage, Deep Analysis, a Fretwork Colony, Epicure of Blood, Forge Devil, Goblin Oriflamme, Blastoderm, which I remember getting this card a long time ago in the old version of it, and it had like pustules on its back. Gross looking thing. Ancient Stirrings, a Pillory of the Sleepless, Renegade Map. When Renegade Map enters the battlefield, tapped. Tap to sacrifice it and search your library for basic land, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your library. Floodgate, summon Wall. If Floodgate gains flying, bury it. That's interesting. If it leaves play, it deals to each non-blue creature without flying 1 damage for each 2 islands you control. That is very interesting.
I've been waiting for this.
And we actually pulled a really good card. We got Teferi's Protection, which is your quintessential white protection spell. Definitely excited to see that, and that basically pays for this pack itself. Teferi's Protection, definitely a staple for white decks at this current juncture. There are a couple other cards like Clever Concealment that will fill that role, but Teferi's Protection is the best. So now we're moving on to this awesome Ice Age pack. So let's open this and see what we can get out of it. And I'm going to try to open it a little bit nicer so I can preserve the pack. Because it's such a nice looking pack. I want to keep it. Alright, so there we go. We get to keep that nice Ice Age pack around. And we start off with a Karplusan Giant, which is a 3/3 for 7 mana, which just goes to show you that creatures were not the greatest back then. An Iceberg, Melee, Dwarven Armory, a Rime Dryad, Circle of Protection Blue, interesting face there, an Elvish Healer, Infuse, Orcish Farmer, Dark Banishing, which used to be a card that I used in every single black deck that I had, Keldoran Dead, Aurochs, Circle of Protection White, an Errant Minion, and Clairvoyance. So really cool to see all these old cards. Definitely pretty awesome. You know, Clairvoyance, look at target player's hand, draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. For 1 mana, that's, you know, obviously you can just see their hand and draw a card. Circle of Protections used to be fun to play. Aurochs, nice 2/3 trample for 4. I like the Keldoran Dead. Comes into play, sacrifice creature. You can tap to regenerate it for 1 mana. For 3/1's not bad. Although, you know, for 1 mana, you're probably playing it on turn 1 and don't have another creature to sacrifice, but it can be problematic. I like that this is an Elvish Healer that is not an elf. It's a Summon Cleric. But overall, I think that these cards are really cool and exciting to open. And again, thank you to Austin for purchasing these packs. We did get them at Darkwater Games. If you guys want to check out their website, I will put a link down below. It was fun to just go into the store and get some content there. But if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you next time.